Dear students, we have studied that heat transfer may take place in three different ways. One is conduction, another is convection, and third one is radiation. We have considered the conduction. The heat conduction was through solids, and the medium particles did not move, but heat was transferred from one end to other end because of temperature difference, and we have derived an expression also. Afterwards we came to convection. Convection, the heat convection was only through fluids, that is liquids and gases, because only in fluids the medium particles can move, and in the convection method the medium particles has to move. And we have derived expression also, and we considered we classified the convection into two types: natural convection and forced convection, and we have considered several examples of both. Now we have to consider radiation, the third mechanism of heat transfer. See here, in case of conduction and convection, a medium was required. Here solid medium was required, here fluid medium was required. But whereas radiation mechanism is concerned, here no medium is required, because the direct proof we have is we are getting light and heat from sun, and there is no medium between sun and earth. Then how we are getting the heat from sun? We are getting the heat from sun in the form of electromagnetic waves. So far we are getting light from the sun, and light travels as electromagnetic waves. But not only light, heat also travels as electromagnetic waves, a new thing now we are going to learn. And light travels in the vacuum at the speed of 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. Not only light, heat also in the form of electromagnetic waves travel with this speed. From sun we are getting not only the light but also heat in the form of electromagnetic waves. And this is a tungsten filament bulb. Soon you switch on, just within seconds of time the bulb gets very hot. You can't touch the glass bulb with your hand, so hot it is. And from the tungsten filament not only light is coming, but heat also coming, and the heat is coming in the form of electromagnetic waves. And the radiation, the heat radiation is in the form of electromagnetic waves. And here you see this is iron box, and from the iron box also the heat is radiated in the form of electromagnetic waves. Now see, now each time we are using the word electromagnetic wave, so we should know what is an electromagnetic wave. See, you must have seen water waves. On the surface of water you have seen water waves, but how is an electromagnetic wave? Let us see. This is electromagnetic wave. Electromagnetic. See, this orange color wave. This wave is moving in the vertical plane, and in this vertical plane electric field vector is changing. And in the horizontal plane, this blue color sine wave you can see. This is magnetic wave. So in an electromagnetic wave, in one plane there is a electric vector, and in the vertical plane there is electric vector, and in the horizontal plane we can see the magnetic vector changing as a function of sign. See, and in an electromagnetic wave, electric and magnetic. In an electromagnetic wave, electric and magnetic fields oscillate in space and time. See, this is electromagnetic wave. Like any wave, an electromagnetic wave. See, actually the electromagnetic wave is shown previously, in which you have seen electric and magnetic fields were oscillating in space and time. So that is the electromagnetic wave. Now, like any wave, electromagnetic wave also can have they can have different wavelengths. For example, the white light consists of seven colors, VIBGR. So what makes the seven colors? What make them have seven different colors? Wavelength only. Wavelength decides the color of a wave. Different colors have different wavelengths. So in this way, different electromagnetic waves have different wavelengths. Now let us see here. In electromagnetic spectrum means what? We are considering different types of electromagnetic waves, and how the type comes according to length only. See, the distance between two consecutive crests or troughs is called as wavelength. Now you can see here the wavelength is more here, and as you move to left side, the wavelength is gradually decreasing. The wavelength is gradually decreasing. Let us move from shortest wavelength to longest wavelength. See, gamma rays. Gamma rays have very smallest wavelength. Next comes X-rays. Afterwards comes ultraviolet rays. See, gradually wavelength increasing. Afterwards, after ultraviolet rays, VIBGR, seven colors: violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, red, seven colors. Afterwards, infrared rays. Next, radar waves, FM waves, TV waves, like that. So, in the increasing order of wavelength, the different waves are mentioned here. Okay. Now, our concern is now, our topic is heat radiation. Then what is the wavelength of our heat radiation waves? See, the heat radiation wavelength is from ultraviolet to heat radiation includes a part of ultraviolet rays, total visible light, and infrared rays. So roughly a part of ultra waves to infrared rays. So in this range will be the wavelength of heat radiation. But the electromagnetic waves may have different wavelengths, but they travel with the same speed in vacuum, and the speed is 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. All bodies emit radiant energy, whether they are solid, liquid, or gases. The electromagnetic, see, it is very strange. Not only solids, see, the heat radiation in the form of electromagnetic waves comes not only from solids but also liquids and gases also. The electromagnetic radiation emitted by a body is by virtue of its temperature, like the radiation by a red hot iron or light from a filament lamp is called thermal radiation. So here definition is given for thermal radiation. The electromagnetic radiation emitted by a body by virtue of its temperature is called thermal radiation. See here in this diagram we can see sun is very hot, and from this hot sun radiation is coming in the form of electromagnetic waves. So the electromagnetic waves are by virtue of its temperature. Therefore this radiation can be called as thermal radiation. Here we are having tungsten filament lamp. Soon you switch on the bulb. It gets very hot. We can't touch the glass bulb. So hot it is. And from the hot tungsten filament, electromagnetic waves are coming in all directions. And this electromagnetic wave is due to temperature of the tungsten filament. Temperature. And you must have seen at a blacksmith. When a blacksmith puts an iron rod in oven and he heats that with a burner. In the beginning, the iron bar looks in the orange color. It looks in the orange color. Afterwards, see the color changes. First red, afterwards orange. So when it becomes very hot, then it becomes white color. So in this way, just now I told you, different colors means different wavelengths. Now here you can see a hot iron box. From its surface also electromagnetic waves come. We can have thermal radiation from this. So we are having thermal radiation from sun, from hot tungsten filament bulb, from iron box. See, all these are examples for solids, but hot liquids, hot gases also radiate the electromagnetic waves. When this thermal radiation falls on the other bodies, it is partly reflected and partly absorbed. The amount of heat that a body can absorb by radiation depends on the color of the body. We find that black bodies absorb and emit radiant energy better than bodies of lighter colors. This fact finds many applications in our daily life. We all have experienced this. In the summer, if we wear black clothes, soon we go into the sun, we feel it very difficult to tolerate the heat. The black colored cloths absorb most, see, it absorbs large amount of heat energy incident on us. If we wear white clothes and in the summer we go into the sun, see 90% of the thermal radiation falling on the white shirt gets reflected. Only 10% is absorbed by the white cloth. But whereas when you take black cloth, they absorb all the 90% and only 10% is reflected. So that is the difference between those two. So anyhow, the thermal radiation, how much thermal radiation is reflected or absorbed depends upon color of the object. So what application is taken from this phenomena? So we wear white or light colored clothes in summer so that they absorb the least heat from the sun. However, during winter, we use dark colored cloths which absorb heat from the sun and keep our body warm. So this is one application. Second application, the bottoms of the utensils for cooking food are blackened so that they absorb maximum heat from the fire and give it to the vegetables to be cooked. So this is second application. Next, third one. A Diwar flask or thermos bottle is a device to minimize heat transfer between the contents of the bottle and outside. Let us see how a thermos bottle is. Now let us consider this flask. See, this is made of a double-walled glass. So you can see this is one wall, this is another wall. It is made of double-walled glass wall. So, and this is having the surface of the wall is silvered. So suppose first let us consider the inner wall. So this is the inner wall. So to the inner wall, see the content is here. So suppose this is hot milk. From the hot milk, thermal radiation spreads in all directions. So thermal radiation goes and falls on this wall. So behind the wall it is silvered. So the heat wave falls on the wall and reflected into the milk only. Here falls on the wall and gets reflected. So in this way, this wall is silvered from opposite side. So all the thermal radiation sent into the milk only. Now not only this wall also silvered, and this wall is silvered left side. What is the use? If any radiation is coming from outside, that is reflected outside only. Inside reflection inside, outside reflection outside, like that. Next, see between the two walls, you can see the empty space. So in this space, nothing will be there. So initially air will be there, but that air is removed. That air is removed, so that a vacuum is created between the two walls. Since there is no medium, since it is vacuum, the hot fluid, the hot liquid cannot lose the heat energy either by conduction or by convection. So the silvered surfaces prevent heat loss by radiation, and the vacuum prevents heat loss by conduction and convection. So just now we considered thermal radiation. What is thermal radiation? The electromagnetic radiation emitted by a body by virtue of its temperature is called thermal radiation. Thermal radiation occurs at any temperature, but at low temperatures only long wavelength, that is infrared, electromagnetic waves are emitted. Thermal radiation is the only kind of radiation that can be in equilibrium with the emitting bodies. All other kinds of radiations are non-equilibrium ones. As light waves are also electromagnetic, the properties of thermal radiation are similar to that of light. Let us see. A self-assessment question is given. Guess some properties of thermal radiation. Radiation travels in straight lines. Radiation can propagate through vacuum with speed of light c is equal to 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. Follows laws of reflection, refraction and total internal reflection, and exhibits interference, diffraction and polarization. Follows inverse square law of intensity, that is, intensity varies as the inverse square of the distance. We write like this: intensity is inversely proportional to square of the distance. Say as we go to a large distance, the heat intensity decreases, just like light intensity, and the decrease follows inverse square law. Next, rises the temperature of the body on which it falls. So when thermal radiation falls on a body, its temperature rises. Thermal radiation from the human body is used in medical diagnosis. Abnormal cellular activity causes more radiation than other parts. A thermogram can show which area is radiating more heat than it should. When a broken bone is healing, the location where the bone is broken radiates more heat. A thermogram can locate that part of the body. Infrared detectors are used as night scopes and also detect radiation from the skin. Thermography is used to screen travelers at airports who suffer from high fever carrying infection with them. Recently, nowadays, to measure the body temperature of a person who is suffering from corona, a non-contact IR thermometers are used. You can see here.